Welcome back. Life off of the court. Former Louisville Cardinals men's basketball coach Rick Pitino is out with a new book documenting his coaching career and the recruiting scandal which shook college basketball. You may remember. Joining us now is Hall of Fame basketball coach and the author of Pitino, My Story, Rick Pitino. Rick, great to see you. Thanks so much for joining us.
Well, thanks for having me.
And you said you recently you are done with coaching. Let's start there. What led to that decision?
Well, a lot of thought. I love coaching, the passion of it. Love being on the sidelines. Just worship March Madness. I just think that's about the greatest month in all of sports. But I realized that after the Southern District of New York put my name in a complaint and involved me with something I was totally foreign to, it would be unfair for any college to hire me, because you start out at a press conference, the college is all excited to have you, the student body's all excited, and then they bring up 2 scandals. So I think it's best to close the book on that and to get on with something else that's stimulating in my life.
Can you walk us through how that felt for you? Tell us about the scandal and what happened.
Well, all of a sudden my 2 assistant coaches are picked up by the FBI, and then they come and visit me and said, "Do you want an attorney present?" I said, "For what?" They explained to me what happened. And basically this has been going on since 2014. Somebody was indicted, a scam artist with some very, very serious things that have happened to him. He was a scam artist, and he said, "I can deliver college basketball coaches to you who are doing it the wrong way." And like they all do, he turned in some people, and 4 years later, after a lot of FISA warrants with a lot of investigative work by the FBI, and the talented men of the FBI, I don't think they should be dealing with college basketball assistants. They've come away after 4 years with indicting 4 assistant coaches, a couple of Adidas representatives, an AAU coach who took money, but they exonerated him because he kept the money and didn't give it to a prospect. And meanwhile, my life has been shaken, and I'm out of my passion. But the worst part about the whole thing, because I sent my lawyers in to visit with them and tell them that I've never cheated in the game of college basketball. I've never cheated the game itself. I've just given a lot to the game, I believe. And their response was interesting. They said, "Look, you damaged this man's life, his credibility. He worked 40 years in the game." And their response very callously was, "We deal with collateral damage all the time." So I'm waiting for the phone call from them apologizing. And everybody says, "You're going to wait till you die," because it's not happening.
Coach, there's been a lot of talk about potentially paying college athletes, not just basketball players. Would that alleviate some of the noise that's in the system?
You know, the problem is, I believe in paying the athletes, letting them, by paying, if I'm a great athlete and I want to do a commercial, I have the right to do a commercial. The problem with that is then cheating comes into that area. Okay, if I'm School X and I want to do a car commercial, we'll give you $60,000 instead of the other school giving you $20,000. So it's a difficult way to navigate through what to do and what not to do. I believe one thing, though. If parents want to go see their child play, and you're making millions of dollars off that young man's athleticism, they should be able to have their flights and hotel paid for to go see that young man play, especially during March Madness in the tournament. Every game, those parents should be able to be put up in a hotel and their flights should be paid for.
Well, you said it was unfair to colleges if they took you on as a coach because it would expose them to the allegations. But has anybody really approached you? Did you get phone calls from other colleges or even professional teams?
I had 2 job offers last year. We talked, we sat down. One president came in and was nice enough to visit with me. And then there was another school I was interested in.
Do you want to tell us which schools?
I'd rather not. But the other school I was interested in, they called the NCAA and said, "Can you give us clearance on Rick Pitino that he did nothing wrong?" Their response was, "We can't investigate anything until the Southern District of New York is done with whatever they're doing."
So do you have a timeline in terms of when they're done? Are they done at this point?
I don't know. I know there's some things are going to trial the end of September. Nobody from Louisville, not myself. I'm not involved in any way, and I have no fears about any of that because I know what I've done with college basketball, and I know what I believe in, my beliefs in doing it the right way, and we do it like most coaches. And by the way, I believe that less than 10% of college basketball is corrupt. I think 90% of college basketball, people do it the right way. Their hearts are with the student athletes. They want to help those young men prosper in life. But like any industry, whether it's Wall Street, whether it's the medical profession, less than 10% does it the wrong way. And that's what needs to be cleaned up.
Sure. We're going to be watching that. Rick, thanks so much for joining us, telling us your story.
Thanks for having me.
Great to see you, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you. Rick Pitino there.